Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch and this is your Stockwatch morning report. The futures right now are showing some weakness. The Dow futures down 32, the S&P futures down 5, NASDAQ futures down about 23 points in the pre-market session. As far as some commodities go, gold is up 8. Silver up 0.77% this morning. Copper is basically flat to slightly down this morning. Crude oil is down 0.30%, trading at 46.64 on light sweet crude WTI, which is about down 14 cents in the pre-market. For your economic activity this morning at 8:30, we have the Philadelphia Fed Business Outlook, initial jobless claims also at 8:30, 9:15 industrial production, 10 o'clock the e-commerce retail sales, 10 o'clock leading economic indicators, and that's 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and the EIA natural gas report coming out. So watch ETF UNG when the nat gas report comes out. I do have some Fed speak for Thursday, 1 p.m. Fed speak and 1:45 Fed speak, Neil Kashkari. Some of your earnings conference calls provided by earningscast.com. This morning in the 8 o'clock hour, we have VIPS, CACI, SSI. Bont retailers will be having an earnings call, BONT, at 10 a.m. BKE Buckle, 10 o'clock a.m. Briggs & Stratton also at 10 o'clock a.m. this morning. Some earnings calls for you after hours, and you can see them listed here. Gap Stores at 5 o'clock, Ross Stores at 4:15, and AMAT at 4:30 p.m. And that's some of your earnings conference calls for the afternoon. Let's go ahead and get into some news this morning. Tesla, their price target was raised to $371 at Citi. INSM initiated outperform at Evercore. MYOV initiated outperform at Evercore. REG upgraded outperform at RBC Capital. NTNX initiated buy at Jefferies, price target 30 on that name. SSI Stage Stores misses by 11 cents but beat on revenue. Their comp sales were down 3.6%. HTHT, they beat by 14 cents and they also beat on revenue. MOH upgraded overweight at Morgan Stanley, price target 68. COMM upgraded overweight at Morgan Stanley, price target 38. In other news, ALSN downgraded neutral at JP Morgan. TTGT downgraded hold at Jefferies. TNET downgraded underweight at JP Morgan. NETS downgraded hold at Jefferies. KMT upgraded overweight at JP Morgan. ITW downgraded underweight JP Morgan. MTW upgraded neutral at JP Morgan. Bond stores report a quarter two loss of $1.64 and revenue of $504.4 million. Same store sales were down 6% for the Bont, B-O-N-T. BABA had earnings and they beat on revenue, and they also beat on earnings. More on that in a moment. BABA beat by 24 cents and beat on revenue. That's BABA. LYTS misses by 3 cents, misses on revenue. BABA was gapping last time I looked. BK Buckle, BKE beat by a penny but missed on revenue. Buckle same-store sales were down 7.7% for the Buckle. Walmart came out with earnings, and they beat estimates $1.08 versus $1.07. Revenue came in at 123.36 billion versus 122.84 billion expected. The initial reaction was down for Walmart, and it is currently down as they said that their guidance would be in line. Walmart US comp store sales plus 1.8% for Walmart, and we'll take a look at that. AABA is gapping up in sympathy with BABA. Here's some of your syndicate news that came out last night, and I'll leave that up for a second, and you can read that and see that for yourself. CATO reported earnings this morning, and CEO said for CATO, negative sale trends continue to put severe pressure on merchandise margins and profitability. So all the retailers are pretty much facing that right now. ABT initiated neutral at City price target 53. Here we have a listing of your top upgrades and then your top downgrades. And I'll scroll through those slow so you can, Zozo was upgraded outperform at Telsey. And you can see some of these upgrades, downgrades for yourself. LANC misses by 8 cents, missed on revenue. UN, which is Unilever, was gapping down this morning. And scrolling through, looking for some additional news. BIOC, Biocept, and UT Southwestern Medical Center announced clinical study to profile monitor non-small cell lung cancer patients with ALK rearrangement. So some news on BIOC right here. ILMN teams up with Illumina Accelerator to drive innovation and DNA-powered products for consumers. Scrolling through the news, we do have gold up this morning, silver's up this morning, so keep your eye on some gold and silver stocks this morning. With the futures being weak, you may want to look at some inverse ETFs such as SPXU, SDS, TZA. So those some of the names you can look at for inverse, and then also you can look at the UVXY and TIVIX, TVIX. Those are connected with the VIX. Let's go ahead and look at some stocks that are gapping up and gapping down this morning thus far. And this is a 5-minute chart pre and post market of the SPY, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. After hitting this 247.50 area, and now pulling back from that, we're coming down, remaining below the 55 EMA. This is a 5-minute chart of the SPY, and we are below the 55 EMA. Watch for a possible test of this 245.54. That's the top of that gap up the other day on the 14th, and so keep an eye on that. Some levels we've been talking about, this purple line, which is approximately the 20 SMA on the daily chart, this 247 area, and so far we haven't been to claim it and stay above it, and right now we're showing weakness in the market. We did have, when we had that selling, we did have a low of 243.75. I would watch this 245.50 if it comes into play today. Next spot you can also watch is the 246 area, which is anchored VWAP from January and showing up here on the 5-minute chart at around that 246 area. So keep some of those levels in mind, 245.50, 246, and definitely the 247 to the resistance spot, and the recent resistance up at 247.50. Let's go ahead and look at some stocks that are moving up. This is provided by Trade Ideas. This is pre-market. Stocks moving up about 3% up or down. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this SDLP, currently trading over 20,000 shares. SDLP gapping up, small stock. So that's Seadrill Partners. Next we have GST, another oil gas name, up to about 73 cents. 23,000 shares traded in the name thus far. SSI, they came out with earnings, and the stock is up slightly on 5,000 shares. KL, Kirkland Gold, this is a gold name. I believe they're in Canada, and I believe Kramer had the CEO on there last night on the 6 p.m. show, and trading 8,000 shares on KL. So keep your eye on that one. ESV, not doing much. Oil and gas name, 5,000 shares. BIOC, as we mentioned, the news is ticking up pre-market, and we have over 16,000 shares. Baba, thus far, the big winner today. You can see it's been pushing up, now giving back some of the gains. So keep your eye on Baba, maybe for another entry points intraday today on Baba. APOP, only 200 shares traded. AABA, which trades in sympathy with Baba, also gapped up and now pulling back. It's about, the middle of the range is about 62.50, so keep your eye on that. GFI, another gold name, gapping up this morning, trading 94,000 shares. HMY, another gold trading stock, and that stock is trading over 55,000 shares. Gold stocks have been moving up with the political, I guess, lashings in Washington, so keep your eye on some gold stocks today. Dries moving down again today, this morning, 56,000 shares. OVAS moving down, trading $1.40, only 400 shares. Cali, 700 shares. VIPS had earnings last night. They gapped down, and they do have a conference call, and I believe they're on the conference call right now. It was an 8 o'clock conference call. KONA, Kona Grill, I believe they're opening a restaurant in Mexico for KONA. LB gap down on their earnings and kind of just trailing off here. Next up, we have IDXG. That stock was a big winner and is giving some back now. TWOU, only 105 shares traded. Lake, believe they did an offering, and over 6,000 shares. That stock's gapping down. And Walmart, which is affecting the Dow this morning on the Dow futures, trading near the lows, and they had earnings, and that's gapping down. We'll also take a look on this side if there's anything else that I'm missing. Kind of a slow news day so far this morning. Looks like this BIOC is going to be maybe in play today. So we'll see. That one's trading over 16,000 shares on that BIOC. So keep your eye on some gold stocks. And let's see if there's anything else. Bizun, BZUN, is a retailer. That seems to be moving up this morning on 18,000 shares. And that's basically it. Let's check the newsroom, see if we have any other news that came in or anything I missed. RVLT, Revolution Lighting Technologies, awarded Department of Defense contract, so that's on RVLT. ARAY, Summit Cancer, treats its first cancer patients using Accurate Radix. So let's check those. RVLT, this is the 5-minute. Nothing really going on there. And ARAY, nothing going on there right at the moment. Let me scroll down for you. Let's make sure we're not missing any other things. CCCR, China Commercial Credit, enters into stipulation and agreement to settle securities class action litigation. So CCCR, not doing too much in the pre-market. ILMN, Helix teams up with that one. So let's see, ILMN, and not doing too much in the pre-market. RMGN had news at 8:05. RMGN, basically, not doing too much either. And NFEC, new agreement. NFEC, let's check that out. Not doing much at all. Very low volume. So this is your gapping list, and this is pre-market, and as you can see, it's very light this morning. Baba, once again, the big winner. Let's check out this APOP again. Very light shares. HMNY, like I said, gold stocks may be in play. So I think that's about it. That's pretty much all I see. Let's see, SMRT, gap down. Apparel stores moving up a bit from the lows. VIPs we went over. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to be doing a stocks to watch list tonight, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, it looks like Baba and AABA and gold stocks will be in play today thus far. And one last look at the SPY, and we're currently at 246.41, and we'll go ahead and bring the futures back over for you so you can take a look at that. And here's your futures down, Dow futures, mostly because of Walmart right now, but down 52 on the Dow futures, down 7 on the S&P futures, and down about 27, 28 points on the NASDAQ futures. So have a good day trading. Don't overtrade today. It is August. It's Thursday, and so take it slow. Watch those gold stocks. You might get a play in those, and have a very good, safe day trading. Look for stocks to watch tonight. And this has been Zozo Stock Watch. You can catch me on Twitter, Zozo Stock Watch, and you can also catch me on StockTwits, Zozo Stock Watch. Please support the channel. Subscribe. That's what I need right now, subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for listening. This has been your Zozo Stock Market Morning Watch Report for Thursday, August 17th.